For those of you who watched my YouTube video called Repairing a Wall Clock, you'll recall that at the end of it I made some reference to the fact that I was going to update this and let you know how things went. Well, this is the update. You'll likely remember that the problem was not a broken mainspring, but the dog had slipped off the little retaining spring that keeps it up against the ratchet mechanism. And you may remember that I made a new pendulum disc to go with that electronic movement. Well, here's that new pendulum installed in Mom's old clock case there in Kelowna. It looks pretty nice. I think it looks really nice. You may remember that I was saying that the hands that I had put on when I was here in Kelowna the last time were too big for this dial. Well, when I was back in Winnipeg, I found a pair of hands that looked a lot more conducive to the type of dial here, and I cut them to just the right size, and here they are. They look pretty nice too. Okay, back to the old mechanical movement. When I was looking at it closely with a magnifying glass, I was able to see that the bottom of the dog was slightly rounded, and I could see where it could possibly slowly work its way off that spring. I carefully put the movement in a plastic bag so as not to get any more debris in the works than already was there. And what I did then was I cut a little hole in the plastic bag, exposing only the dog. Using this high-speed grinder, I was able to flatten the dog out a little bit. In fact, I angled it a little bit so that the spring would have a tendency to stay under the dog and not slip off. If you look closely, you can see where I flattened the bottom of the dog here, and if you look very closely, you'll notice that that flattened area is at a slight angle. Well, okay, here's the dog back up in its normal position, engaged in the ratchet, and the little spring is on the bottom, and everything looks good here, and I hope it lasts for another 26 years. And being that Mom seems to really like the sound of her Westminster chiming movement, I'll probably be building another case for this mechanical movement. Maybe in a year or so you'll be seeing that on YouTube.